Judge, this is a case where she's working on her GED. Now she is. It's taking a long time because.
Coriel Dixon, come up.
And Judge, just really quick, I spoke with the prosecutor about an alternative PTI.
No, you got to get her GED, dude.
She's working on it. She's doing the classes.
Let's see.
She sent me the. She sent me an email from.
If anything, have you done for your GED?
And what I did for it,
What have you done?
I went to a class and then I tried to go yesterday. They canceled it and he also.
You went the day before court.
And I also went before.
Judge, she's been going. She's been going before even the last court date, and we
Prove it.
I can text you.
In this life, you are only as good as the proof that you don't have. If you don't have proof, you have nothing. Spoken word means absolutely nothing.
Judge, the instructor has an email from him that she sent me saying that she's been going to the classes and that class was canceled on the 4th yesterday. But she did, attempt to go to the class. So she's been going. She did already take a test, and this is one where she did fail the first test. So she's been working on it. It's not enough.
I mean, here we are. How many resets have we had? We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 resets since May. You're now in December. You have had 5 to 6 months. Show me the money. Otherwise, it's not going to go well for you today, Ms. Dixon. Show me. 5 to 6 months.
And Judge, this was a case where she was paying for the classes, and then she had to then enroll into the free program, which she's been doing for the last little bit.
Are you playing Candy Crush? What's going on over there?
I'm trying to text you.
Texting who?
The instructor. Like what I'm supposed to show you. Because I don't have no proof. Like I don't have nothing.
Tell me what have you done?
I went to the class.
Okay. Which class did you go
The
to?
GED resource.
Okay. And because the way I understand it, there are different modules that you do. You do science, you do language arts, you do math, you do, and whatever else it may be. You go through each section, you complete it, take a test, and then when you're done with everything, you take an overall test, and then you get a diploma.
That's not.
What have you done?
Basically explaining how everything's going to go, and I was going to finish everything else Wednesday when I was going to go, but the class was canceled.
Who is the provider that you have?
His name is.
Grab me a phone number because I'd like to call them right now.
I have a number for you, Judge. Charles Jackson.
Mr. Jackson? Yes, my name is David Fleischer. I'm a judge here in Harris County. And I have someone that's with me in our court, and she's doing a program with you guys to try to get a GED. I'd like to confirm that's Coriel Dixon. So Wednesday and Thursday, and then did you say every other Saturday? Okay. And then, so how does it work as far as getting the diploma? Do you do different classes as far as science, math, and how do you at the end get it? Can I put you, I have her in front of me. Can I put you on speakerphone so that she can hear this as well? Do you mind? Okay, hold on. So, I've got him. Okay, Mr. Jackson?
Order in the court, please.
Okay, tell me, how goes it?
So, yeah, it's kind of twofold. They take an assessment. Based on that assessment, allows me to know where the student is as far as their grade level in math and in reading. Based on that, they go on 2 tracks. And so one track is like a probation where we're just literally working on kind of some elementary reading and math skills.
Okay,
Or a GED track where they're ready for GED content. And so, yeah, and I usually just, go from there. I work with my GED students individually. And
how long does the process take? And how long can we expect it?
well, so that's honestly kind of a loaded question, depends on where they fall. I believe Coriel scored pretty well.
Great.
So, yeah, and, I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 3 weeks. I've worked with people that have gotten the GED in 2 years.
I can't do 3 years. That's too much.
Well,
But I know, I'm kidding.
understand that. No, I understand that.
She's been faithfully attending though? Yay or nay?
Yeah,
Okay, great.
and with some consistency, 3 to 4 months, maybe less.
That sounds great.
That's just me ballparking.
I'd like to stick with it because I think at the end of the game, our goal here is that she ends with that diploma. And I think that would be a win for everybody. I'm basically, I'm calling you. I want to make sure that everything's going well, that she's attending, faithfully attending and doing well. And it sounds like you're saying that this is what's been happening.
Yes.
Great. Okay, so I'm just going to continue everything. Just continue to go, Miss Dixon. I mean, you got like what he's saying. If you continue at it 2 to 3 months, you'll end up with your diploma. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jackson. I really appreciate your help. You've been great.
No problem, Judge. You take
Okay.
care.
You too. Thank you, sir. Bye. Great. Good job. Just keep at it. Okay. So let's set it 30 days. I want to ride this through. You're so close to being through. All you got to do is see it to the end, and then everything great will happen for you here as well. Okay. All right. Good job. All right. Good morning, Mr. Egan. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On November 28, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on defendant's motor vehicle after observing it pass him at a high rate of speed, make multiple lane changes, and swerve in and around cars in a reckless manner. Officer accelerated to catch up to defendant and reached speeds of over 100 miles per hour to keep up with him. The defendant traveled about 7 miles in about 4 minutes. Upon contact with the defendant, officer observed glassy eyes, a strong odor of alcoholic beverage, an open beer can in the center console, a six-pack of beer in the passenger seat, and spilt beer that was still cool to the touch in the front passenger seat.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Judge. The defendant admitted to drinking. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 6 out of 8 walk and turn, 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and consented to. The defendant blew a .147 and a .139. He does have an eligible driver's license, Judge.
Can you look to see if he has any prior DWIs, please?
He had a DWI out of Travis County, but he was released without prosecution, Judge. So it's just a charge.
Two things. I am ordering you not to drive at all. You will be signing an affidavit with me today, Mr. Egan. This is a promise that you're going to make to me that you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. I don't care if Mother Teresa needs to ride to church. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive because it's an offense in and of itself. Do you understand? I'm also now ordering you to obtain a handheld interlock device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. At the next time, if I find that you violate conditions, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand me? We are sending a court order to DPS in Austin so that every single officer in this state will know that if you were pulled over, any car that you're to drive must have an ignition interlock on it. I'm ordering you not to drive at all. But if at some point you do, by some miracle, get the ability to drive, I'm ordering you not to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. So if you're caught driving a vehicle and it doesn't have an interlock on it, you will go to jail. Do you understand? And then if I find that you drive, we can have a contempt hearing. So just don't drive and don't use alcohol. Do you understand? Or illegal drugs. We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Ramona Senate.
No, sir. You're still talking. Sir.
I will get you to Ramona sign a reset. You will then get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and after that, we'll let you go. Don't pick up any new cases. Behave yourself, because I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Egan, I will do everything in my power to protect my streets. And if that means locking you up and putting your bond in a sky-high amount, I'll do it in a heartbeat. Do you understand? All right. Good morning, Ms. Sanchez.
Good morning, sir.
Ma'am, you were charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
We're in a dating relationship for 5 years. On November 27th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a residential home in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a family assault in progress. The officer contacted the complainant on the phone and could hear him screaming in pain, telling the defendant to get off of him and to stop pulling his hair. Officer asked the complainant if the defendant was still assaulting him, and the complainant responded yes. Defendant fled the scene on foot when officers arrived. The complainant gave the direction of travel to the officer. The complainant stated he and the defendant had been putting up Christmas lights after drinking, and an argument ensued. The complainant said the defendant began attacking him by pulling his hair, causing pain. The complainant fell to the ground and the defendant proceeded with kicking him. The complainant said that when the defendant drinks, she gets aggressive and wants to fight. Officers returned the defendant to scene and she would not cooperate, was yelling obscenities at the complainant, and was acting belligerently.
Okay. Ms. Sanchez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or illegal drugs, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have anyone to pony up $5,000 to $10,000 on the bond for you, guess what happens? You'll be stuck like Chuck until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 tape. Behave while you're out there in the free world, or I'll take the free world away from you.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do you do for a living?
I'm a recruiter, skilled trades, and then operations coordinator.
You have an income.
Not at this moment. I recently got laid off in October.
Okay. I have an application already on file. Do you want a court-appointed lawyer, ma'am?
At this time, yes, sir. If you could, please.
We need to talk about the complaining witness.
So Conrad has spoken to the complainant and he would like no contact as well as a residency restriction, Judge.
You heard that, Ms. Sanchez. There's a protective order that has been issued in this case. The protective order was issued on November 28th. I would suggest you get to know it. If you violate the protective order, they can and will file a violation of a protective order against you, and that is the capital murder of misdemeanors. It's one of the worst cases you could pick up over here.
Oh, yes,
Do you
sir.
understand? So
Yes, sir.
don't have any contact with them,
That's not a problem, sir.
be in possession of weapons, and don't go back to the house listed on the protective order, which is at the Woodlands West.
That is not a problem, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Ramona. We'll have you get with Fleischer for your bond conditions, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find your lawyer. Please. Is it Chaston?
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 Yes, sir.
Ms. Blackburn, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. On the gun case, you're facing up to a year and or a $4,000 fine. And on the DWI, you're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, ma'am. Okay.
Officers were conducting an unrelated fatal accident investigation when they observed the defendant's vehicle traveling at a high rate of speed toward the blocked portion of the roadway. Officers saw the defendant disregard a barricade and were able to successfully get the defendant to stop by shouting verbal commands and utilizing their flashlights. Upon contact, officers observed a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage, glassy, watery, bloodshot eyes, and slurred speech. The defendant admitted to having 3 drinks at a nearby bar and was temporarily detained. SFSTs were conducted, 4 out of 6 HGN, 4 out of 8 walk and turn, and 2 out of 4 one-leg stand. DICs were read and breath was consented to. The defendant blew a .086 and a .084. During search of the vehicle, officers located a handgun within the center console. She doesn't have any priors, Judge, and she does have an eligible driver's license.
All right, Ms. Blackburn, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using alcohol or drugs, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you have a lawyer, ma'am? Tell me, what do you do for a living?
Stay at her mom since I was 21. I just part-time GB 2 days a week.
Okay, so you're married?
Married.
What does your husband do for a living?
We're in real estate.
Okay, do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
And he can try.
So what we'll do is I can give you time.
Okay.
You know, what we normally do is we reset cases for 30 days to give you time to go hire a lawyer. But this is a DWI and there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI. So don't just sit and wait a month or 2 months because you're only hurting yourself. You need to get on it. You need to get on it quick.
Sure.
Okay, if you have any issues, you can come back and tell us and then we can go from there. Okay? For now, I'll have you go to Ramona, sign a reset. We'll get with Felicia for your bond conditions and after that, you'll be free to go. All right?
This is the one we were emailing. He was on for today. And then,
Yes, she put on for tomorrow and then I guess I sent an email to keep it on for today. And I guess I never got it.
You have the case number,
No, do you mind?
252-8814.
That trial case we have, Judge, where we came to that global resolution with Fort Bend's DWI court.
And now you have bond violations. You have an open DWI here. You have an open DWI in Fort Bend. And now you have bond violations.
I think we can explain. Yeah. Judge, he works for Mattel, the toy company, and his shift was starting at 9 o'clock, and the company changed it. It sounds like quickly changed it to 6:30 a.m. Takes him about 45 minutes to get there. I have his logs where he's logged in showing 6:30. His granddad is driving him to work. It takes about 45 minutes. My understanding is he communicated with pretrial about the need to get to work or that he went to work. And hopefully it would, if we had the GPS data, it would show that he went from his home to his place of work straight.
Any other violations?
No, Judge.
So what are the timing violations?
It was an unapproved leave, so he left early at 5:41 in the morning, and his curfew is at 6, or he's allowed to leave at 6.
Okay, that's it?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, I'm not gonna ding you on that. Just,
We would like to ask you to consider making it from 6 a.m. and to 5:30 a.m. Would that allow you to get to work by 6:30?
yes. I'm okay with that, Troy. I mean, if it's just a matter of trying to get to work and that's the nature of the violation, I get it. But come to us first. If they change your duties at work, if they change your time at work, you got to come and let us know so that we can change it for you. Don't just start doing things on your own because then things go haywire. You have to answer up. So I'm okay with you going to work. I'm okay if you need more time, but ask, okay? And you want 5:30 in the morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, you got it.
And so we thought that setting in Fort Bend was yesterday. We thought it was going to be on 12/4. It's on 12/20. He's supposed to be entering into a DWI program. It looks like there's some steps. I'm trying to keep up with what.
Want
he
us to
needs
set it the
do.
day after that day or the couple days after?
Beginning of the year? I mean, do you have I don't mind coming back. If you have dockets.
Yeah, we don't go anywhere. We're here, so I would like to hopefully end this before the end of the year. That way he's in the program throughout the holidays. That way there's no temptation, throughout that time. So what day in Fort Bend do you have court?
December 20th.
December 20th. Okay, so why don't we set it? That's that Friday. So if you want to set it the next week, any day. Not Monday though, because I'm going to be gone that Monday, but any other day other than that Monday, I'm okay with. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And any chance he can drive, Judge? He has the interlock device, right?
Yes, I have one.
I'm not, no. Don't push your luck. You have 2 open DWIs. I'm not letting you drive. No, you scare me, dude. No. And it's nearing the holidays. Get in the program and then we're done here, right? You're off mine. I think this case gets dismissed, right?
Yes, sir.
Once this case gets dismissed, you're under no more of my jurisdiction. You can do whatever you want, right? So it's an incentive to get you to work this thing, to get this thing done once and for all. I mean, you're literally in the home stretch, right? You got what? About 2 weeks, you're in.
All right.
Do what you need to do, get in. All right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys,
Judge.
good luck.